The 2025 NBA All-Star starters were revealed recently. And for the Eastern Conference, I'm looking at Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jason Tatum. Are there any surprises?
Not one. Don't see a surprise. I don't think anyone was snubbed. If you had been viewing the first returns, second returns, and third returns from the fan perspective, they had top rankings in all those lists. So the fact that the media and the players in some aspects felt the same, I'm not surprised. Not at all. And for me, it's all well deserved. All of these teams that are currently represented in the starters pool are top six in their conferences. They have all earned their spot as a starter, and I'm happy to see them.
Yeah, no surprises for me either. But I did kind of laugh a little bit inside when I said, wait a minute, LaMelo Ball got number one, number one for the fan vote. Should he have been a starter? I said, nah, there's no way he could have beaten out Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell. So I just kind of said, okay, nah, he didn't get snubbed. But I just thought it was funny that if the fan vote is 50%, I mean, it wasn't enough to get him into the starter pool.
Nope, not when the player ranked him at 3 and the media ranked him at 7. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But he is a fan favorite. You cannot deny that. He's earned that for sure. So
Okay. Now for the West, looking at Stephen Curry, Shai Gilgeous, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic. I don't even think I should ask you if you're surprised by this pool, but let me go ahead and ask you, are there any surprises here?
no surprises at all. If you've, again, looked at the first fans returns, second fans returns, and third fans returns, you would not be surprised that these names, from the fans' perspective, are actually listed as starters. And then I can only surmise, even before the media and player rankings were shared with us, that I'm quite sure the media would have most definitely added LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. They were going to be there regardless. That's just how I feel about it. So.
Okay. Even though the Warriors are struggling right now, the game is in San Francisco. I guess they had to put Steph in the starters. But Kevin Durant, I thought I was going to see Wemby somewhere in the front court for bigs. I really did. I was surprised because the Suns right now are not looking impressive. I think they're number 8 right now in the West. And I was just not impressed to hear them call out KD's name.
I just knew he was going to be there anyway. I just, maybe because as wonderful as it would have been to see Wembayamba in this, I just didn't think it was going to happen. These media members and the fans that loved KD with the Warriors, right? And perhaps maybe with even OKC at that time, they're still rooting for him. And I am too. I mean, maybe not as an all-star starter, but as a player as a whole. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm just not surprised. I'm not. It's going to take the shifting of the NBA to finally take place. And once the transition starts to happen, then we'll see less of these faces, Steph, KD, and LeBron, and more of the up-and-coming players. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So.
Okay. Shai Gilgeous was a unanimous number 1.
Thunder up always. I'm so happy. Unanimous. Come on. Yes.
Yes, well deserved for Shai Gilgeous and Jokic.
I'm telling you.
Another unanimous number 1 big.
Oh. Nikola Jokic, he's so he shot that. He tossed that ball and made that 3-point shot from literally on the sideline. Just like on the other side of the court. And he did it like what? It's like he didn't even care. And he's like, I know. And the lady asked him about it. He was like, well, I know it's going to go in. Like, what? What?
Yeah.
Zero fanfare. It's never any fanfare with him. It's just what he does. Is he a robot? Got to be a robot.
But I mean, part of it, he's to blame for some of it because he always looks like, watching paint dry. He doesn't show a lot of emotion. Why should I be excited? He's not excited. So there is no fanfare regarding
Right.
some of the things that he does on the court.
But it is still phenomenal if you watch it. And now I'm quite sure, you don't have people, blowing up confetti and stuff. But when you
Mhm.
watch them play, you're like, what? What? I'm always like, did you just see what he did? It doesn't make sense. Maybe because his personality doesn't match all of the stuff he does on the court. And maybe I'm so used to looking at the LeBron. He won't. He's not gonna flex. You're
Mhm.
not gonna see him mean mug. It's all of those things after all of these phenomenal plays that he makes while he's playing. He doesn't do any of that, right? He just goes to the next play. But Nicole, you just spinned and did that. Did you not, were you not there when it happened?
I
Like,
know.
so he won't give you any of the antics, right? But it's
Mhm.
but it's worthy of it. Maybe that's what it is. I want you to. Can you please put your tongue out? Can you please put your tongue out? I mean, can you please show me a grimace or something? No, he's not. He's just ready for the next play, and then he
Yeah.
goes and do something else phenomenal on defense or offense. However, whenever you see it happen, it's like what? No, that warrants you to flex. You can.
I know. It's okay. It's
It's okay to
okay.
flex. You can flex. Matter of fact, you should.
So I was looking at the media voting results and I could not believe Devin Booker ranked number 11 by the media.
Ooh.
When did he fall out of good graces? And James Harden, who's carrying the LA Clippers, number 12 amongst players. I said, oh, see, now your peers. I think, you know what, as a player, I think the vote that matters the most, yeah, the fan vote, that's cool. Y'all buying my jerseys, you cheering for me and all that. But it's that player vote, I think, that peer vote that really strikes a chord with some of these players.
No. I agree. That means that there's some people that are not. They probably played against him, and he's probably milked them for free throws, and they're like, James Harden, nah, son. But that 21 player ranking for Andrew Wiggins,
Oh my goodness.
if you don't stop it, do you talk to anybody? That means they don't know you. That's what that's telling me. They don't know
Mhm,
you. Like just
mhm.
on a maybe on a friendly level. And I'm not saying you work if you currently you work with a lot of people that you don't personally know, but you are friendly to when you see them in the workplace, right? And that you may have like a work related real brief conversation. Did you see the paint color in the bathroom? Something like that. And then you move on, right? It's just that free spirited, but it's no personal information being shared. But they don't even have the workplace uh with workplace banter with Andrew. That's what that's
Uh-uh.
telling me. They don't
Yeah.
even know you don't even smile. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. And Luca ranked number 6 by the players. Gosh, what is that about? Luca is a superstar in the NBA. Why is he ranked number 7 amongst his peers? I mean, correction, number 6.
I don't think it has to do with the play more so than if they really vibe with you. This is a vibe. Is the player ranking a vibe thing?
Hmm.
I wonder.
You know what? Maybe because look at all the people rated horribly, right? James Harden, number 12 by the players. James Harden, he gives me, I'm just gonna go out here, I'm gonna do my work, and I might embarrass you on the court, but when it's over, I'm going to the club and y'all can go do that. I'm not creating no relationships with you guys. That's what I
You,
get from James Harden.
but that's the thing. You don't have to create relationships with people to be pleasant with them when you're in their presence.
The media ranked Wemby number 2, and I thought, hey, I, I'm surprised. Wemby could have been a starter, number 2 amongst the media, and he gives me pleasant. He gives me a really
Hmm.
nice,
Yeah.
real friendly with the media. That could change over time. But
Yeah.
then I look at OKC and the Houston Rockets, right? Jalen Williams and Albert Sengun ranked 8 and 9 by the media. Any shockers?
That's because they're still riding the coattail of LeBron James, KD, and Stephen Curry. That's why. So when these players finally transition out and then they go to be, no longer prevalent or in the league as much, then I believe these other players will be able to step forward. I think it's just because they have the veterans and rightfully so, currently blocking any higher ranking that they could potentially get because the media ranking, please, I want to know who's the media because if it's anybody that's on TV right now, they love these three players. That's all I'm saying, right? So when these three players finally transition on, however that looks like, and now we start putting more discussion around the up and coming players being the focal point, then we'll see these numbers change, in my opinion. And if the
Okay.
media people who are, if they start to now uh, phase out and bring in new media voters, then we may see some changes. But you can't continue to have the same people voting thinking you're going to get different results.
Okay. Okay. And I think too, another part that probably needs to be talked about is I don't know that the media is watching OKC or the Houston Rockets. So I don't know why they get a vote. Like if you don't watch the team, why do you get to vote on these players? Why?
That's because yes, you can still vote. I believe so. But I also believe, how long have these media voters been on the voting list?
And who are they? Like,
Who
come
are
on,
they
put your
number
name with it, you know?
who are they number one? How long have they been there? And have we had the NBA added new younger voters who have who are more connected to the players of today? That's all I'm saying. And for me, that's the missing link.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know the facts around it, but that's what I feel.
And the way the game has evolved over time.
Point.
Yeah.
Right. So we're talking about players, media voters. I can only assume that have been watching since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm not mad at that. What I'm saying is keep them, but add more.
Yeah. Okay.
Add some people who didn't see him play live, but perhaps started to watch, maybe caught the tail end of LeBron James's career, right? And now are really all into what the newer guys are doing today. Add them as well. Add.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do that. So then now we'll have a blending of both.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Now, the reserves will be announced January the 30th. I cannot wait to see. Based upon these results, it's a lot of OG results here, with the Steph KD and LeBron. What will the reserves look like? Because there's a couple of players who I think will be snubbed at the end of the day.
Who?
I don't see LaMelo Ball making it as a reserve.
I think he will. For the East, yes.
I don't know. I mean, because I'm looking at Darius Garland, who's definitely deserving, right, on the number one team. You got Damian Lillard and Trae Young. One of those are probably going to get left out.
Can I just say who I don't mind being left out? His first initial begins with a D and his last initial begins with an L. I would not have a problem with it.
Fear the deer. Fear the deer. Come on, Damian Lillard.
Trae Young, I would prefer that. Darius Garland, I would prefer that. That's my opinion, right?
We ain't even talking about Cade Cunningham yet.
This is my point.
Maxey. Well, somebody is going to get snubbed. And I just don't know who. I mean, LaMelo Ball, obviously the fans want to see him. He was a top vote getter for the East Guards amongst the fans, and he don't even show up as a starter. Surely he should be a reserve, but I just don't know.
LaMelo has to show up. He has to. Whoever's going to be picking these reserves need to honor the media's voting. Need to honor the fans' vote in this. LaMelo has to be one. It's only right. It's only right. So since we will be unable, since they cannot, the media, NBA, cannot utilize the Bronny James and LeBron James' fanfare thing because they both denied whatever they denied. What was it? They didn't want to be a part of the, what was it you sent to me?
The Rising Stars, and Bronny didn't want to be a part of the G League or something.
So since they can't, upsell us on that, because that's exactly what they was getting ready to do. So now that that's debunked and they're not going to be able to do that, which I'm okay with, thank you. Yes, LaMelo Ball needs to be there. Absolutely. Him and all, and they would hope everybody that voted for him that's in California would drive up to the Golden One Center and buy a ticket. That's what they want. Yes. Yeah. LaMelo needs to be there. Absolutely.
Okay. But when it comes to the Western Conference, in the reserves. Right, they're selected by the head coaches. Is Jean Morant going to make it this year?
I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't know. Wow.
I just think that maybe he shouldn't because he's been in and out a lot. But when he plays, it's must see TV.
It's must see TV. I know. I know.
Hmm. I'm looking at Kyrie Irving and Luca for the Mavs, and I'm just
Luca, Luca is a no for me. I'm
really,
sorry, Luca. You injured, right?
yeah, he's injured, but he should still be named, right?
He can
He-
be okay. He can be named. If you're named and then you don't, and they have to replace you, do you still get the honor?
oh yeah,
Okay, yeah. Name him and then replace him. No problem.
name and replace. I mean, Norman Powell has been holding on. I think for the third fan return, he was still holding on strong, and I'm like, nah, Norman. I'd rather see if I had to a De'Aaron Fox or a James Harden, and I'd better
No,
see Anthony
nah.
Edwards.
I'm a no. I'm okay with De'Aaron Fox. I'm a no on James Harden. Mm-mm, no.
Yeah, have you seen what he's doing with the LA Clippers?
Yep, nice. I still am a no on James Harden. No, hey, I'm okay with De'Aaron Fox. I'll say this: whatever Clipper gets in, congratulations,
I'll tell you which Clipper is not getting in.
and he better not show up.
Kawhi Leonard. See, you know what? If he was healthy, he's a player that probably would have been a starter. And so when you look at the West starters, who would he have replaced?
Mm. No, no one, no one.
Oh,
He's not going to replace LeBron James, and it's not going to happen, right? No, it's not going to happen. Nobody, based on this list, no one.
okay.
I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the facts.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No,
But
I'm not saying
it's
it's right or wrong. I'm just saying no one on this list. No, no. Again, Anthony Edwards better be a reserve, right?
Oh, he has to be. You talk about fanfare. Come on. You need players like Ant, right? That younger generation. Shea Gilgis. We're going to see him.
No.
I just hope with this new format that the players lock in and really compete. Because if not, I think for 2026, we're going to see another change. And I just can't take it. I just can't take it anymore.
I like the new format.
Mm,
Something about it for me is hopeful. It gives me hope
okay.
that this may be pretty interesting. Yeah, I do like it. And I really cannot wait. I was reading the rules, and for Team Candace, we won't know about them until like the weekend. We won't know about her team until the weekend.
Hmm.
Because it's players that are going to be winning some type of game that takes place that weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of like I'm anticipating, But
Yeah.
her team would be a part of second and third season players with some of the rising stars from the G League. That's amazing. I just think that I get All Stars being a recognition for the players who are doing really, really well for that season. I understand that. But we also need to know that some of this, in some cases, is really about nostalgia, right? And okay, that's fine too. It's going to be like that, and that's how it's going to always be. But I do really like the fact that there are going to be some up and coming players that we get a chance to really see, showcase their talent, be involved in this event for that weekend, and just have a good time. I am happy about that. And maybe with the newer players coming in, being so excited to be there, perhaps they will elevate the competitiveness that the All-Star game is currently missing.
Ah, okay. Okay. That's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. Kyrie Irving, should he be a reserve?
Ah, man. You know what? He is one of the best guards right now. He has to be.
One of the best guards right now, or he's just really a great guard overall? His legacy is cemented. Which one is it?
Right now. I think he's so crafty. He's
Mm-hmm.
so many players, I think, like a Shea Gilgis,
Yes.
they've tried to create their game around his.
I agree.
I mean, he's a trendsetter. I mean, you
I can
gotta
totally
have Kyrie Irving.
I can totally see. Do you have to? Why? As opposed to who? He's gonna take up a spot for somebody?
No, I don't think he's taking up anything. It's his spot.
Okay. So you mean to tell me we gonna have how many reserves can they have on the West?
You know what? I don't know. I just know if you look at the second and third, or first, second, and third fan vote, There's at least, I'm thinking at least 10.
10 reserves per conference.
Yes, and they can't all be guards, right? You got to pick the bigs. And that's why I'm saying, especially for the Eastern Conference guards, somebody is going to get snubbed. And I'm going to have a lot to say about it. I'll be okay if Jordan Poole and Tyler Hero don't make it. But I'm going to have a problem if Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, and Trey Young don't make it.
Okay, so then better yet, oh yeah, I can support that. Trey Young, Cade Cunningham, and Darius Garland. Yeah, I agree. I agree. hmm What about from the front court, East?
Front court East, Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner.
Jaylen Brown for me. Better show
Oh
up.
my goodness. Yes. Yes. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. How do you leave them off?
If Joel Embiid is picked as a reserve.
Oh, he better not be.
Don't do that. That's my point. Yeah, no. don't do that.
I know. Or hey, Andrew Wiggins. Somebody is voting for Andrew Wiggins, and I want to know who. And Anthony Davis right now, balling. But Jaren Jackson Jr. deserves a chance. And Sabonis. So who's going to get left off?
I know it better not be Alperen Sengun.
See.
I can tell you it will not be Victor Wembanyama, but trust me, he's going to be there.
Oh, yeah, he'll
Ticket
be there.
already purchased. Yeah. Room already secured.
Yeah. See, that's the thing too. I just don't know that people are watching the Houston Rockets or the Orlando Magic. They should be, but I just don't know that they are. And it's a popularity contest.
But not for the reserves, right? Because the fans are not picking the reserves. Who picks the reserves?
The head coaches. The reserves are selected by the head coaches throughout the league. The coaches for the games will be the top 4.
Got it.
With the best records.
Yeah. Coaches from around.
I know, right? Popularity contest. I don't like the way you talk to me. Ime Udoka would never vote for. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has a list of people he would never vote for, even if they deserve it, because he's active on the sidelines. He probably hears them yapping. It's just what it is. He's going to vote for Sengun, obviously.
Clearly.
So
is it all head coaches only, or coaches?
I believe it's just the head coaches. It should be all coaches. It should be assistants and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I wonder what that is. I can't wait. The 30th can't come soon enough. I cannot wait to see what this looks like. Yeah, no, we'll be talking about it because I'm quite sure if my faves for this season don't show up, I'm gonna have a problem with it. And you're gonna hear about it.